Hello children, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to read The Merchant of Venice, a very famous drama by William Shakespeare. I will start with Act 1, Scene 1. This is a street of Venice. Antonio, Salarino and Salanio enters. These three are friends. Antonio is a businessman. In sooth, I know not why I am so sad. It wearies me, as you say, it wearies you. Truly, in sooth means truly. I do not know why I feel so sad. The feeling makes me depressed. It wearies me. Wearies is depression. The feeling makes me depressed, and you say that it makes you depressed too. But how I caught it, found it, or came by it, what stuff 'tis made of, whereof it is born, I am yet to learn. Where I had the feeling from, feeling of sadness, where I had the feeling from, found it, or got it, and what it consists of, and how it originated, I have yet to know. And such a want wit sadness makes of me that I have much ado to know myself. This depression makes me such a dull fellow, want wit is a dull fellow, that I fail to know who I am. Much ado to know myself means I find trouble to know who I am. Salarino replies, your mind is tossing on the ocean. Your mind is at the sea. There, where your argosies with portly sail, like Cygnus and rich burghers on the flood. Argosies means large merchant ships. Your mind is tossing at the sea, where your ships filled with cargo moves on the waves like great lords and wealthy citizens. Like Cygnus. Cygnus means great lords. Rich burghers means wealthy citizens. Where your ships with cargo move on the waves like great lords and wealthy citizens. Or as it were the pageants of the sea do overpeer the petty traffickers. The large ships pass in a magnificent procession and rule over the smaller ships. The small ships bow before the bigger ships as they speed past them with their canvas sail. That courtesy to them. That courtesy means the small ships they bow down before the big ships. Do them reverence. Reverence means respect. Out of respect, the small ships bow down before the big ships as the bigger ships speed past them with their canvas sails that appear as the wings of the ship. Salanio. Believe me, sir, had I such ventured forth, the better part of my affections would be with my hopes abroad. Believe me, sir, if I had such financial ventures in danger, venture means a business transaction. If I had such financial ventures in danger, the greater part of my thoughts would be fixed on my hopes abroad. The better part means the greater part. Affection is the thought. The greater part of my thoughts would be fixed on my hopes abroad. I should be still plucking the grass to know where sits the wind. And in that case, what will I do? I will pluck the grass and throw it up to see in which direction the wind is blowing. Plucking the grass to know where sits the wind. That means if I have such a business transaction, my thoughts would be fixed on my hopes abroad. I would pluck the grass and throw it up to see in which direction the wind is blowing, peering in maps for ports and piers and roads. I would also closely examine. Peering means looking carefully, closely examine. I would be closely examining and study the maps for what? For finding out ports and piers and roads. That means I would study the maps to look in for harbors, channels. Roads are the channels. and every object that might make me fear misfortune to my ventures, out of doubt, would make me sad, and consider everything that might pose danger to my business, and this would certainly make me sad. Salarino replies, my wind cooling my broth. Now, broth means soup. When I blow upon my soup to make it cold, it would blow me to an ague. Ague means fever with shivering. Whenever I blow upon my soup to make it cold, I would tremble with fever. For what? When I thought what harm a wind too great at sea might do. I would tremble with fever when I blow my soup to make it cold, thinking of the damage a strong wind might do on the sea. I should not see the sandy hourglass run, but I should think of shallows and of flats and see my wealthy Andrew docked in sand. The sight of the sand running out from the hourglass makes me think of the dangerous shallow waters and sandbanks. Now, whenever Salarino would look into the hourglass and the moving sand in the hourglass, he would be reminded of the dangerous shallow waters and the sandbanks. And see my wealthy Andrew. Andrew is referred to as a richly laden ship. It's a fictitious name used for the ship. And these sand, remembering of the shallow waters and sandbanks, would make me imagine that my loaded ship called Andrew is grounded in sand, veiling her high top lower than her ribs to kiss her burial. These make me imagine that my loaded ship is grounded in sand, her mast dipped down. Mast means the topmost portion of the ship. Her mast dipped down lower than her sides, as if trying to kiss the sands that surround her. Should I go to church and see the holy edifice of stone, and not bethink me straight of dangerous rocks, which, touching but my gentle vessel's side, would scatter all her spices on the stream? If I go to church to see the holy building of stone, holy edifice of stone is the holy building of stone, that is the church. Whenever I go to church to see the holy building of stone, it makes me think of the dangerous rocks inside the ocean, and I would imagine that if they could hit against the sides of my ship and scatter her cargo of spices on the waters, and not methink me straight of dangerous rocks means whenever I visit church looking at the building of the rock, I would be reminded of the rocks that are hidden beneath the sea, which when touching my vessel's side would break the vessel and scatter all the spices. All her cargo of spices on the stream is on the water. Enrobe the roaring waters with my sail. Enrobe means scatter. Scatter her cargo of spices on the waters, and the floating rich silk would cover the roaring waves, would clothe. Enrobe is cloth, would cover the roaring waves. And in a word, that means in short. But even now worth this, and now worth nothing. In short, it makes me think that at one moment I have so much, and the next moment I have nothing. Shall I have the thought to think on this, and shall I lack the thought that such a thing bechanced would make me sad? If I can imagine all this could happen, I can also imagine the grief which the occurrence of such a disaster could cause me. But tell not me, I know Antonio is sad to think upon his merchandise. I know that Antonio is sad because he is thinking of his rich cargo. Now Antonio replies to that. He says, believe me, no, I thank my fortune for it. No, no, believe me, it is not true. I thank my good fortune because my ventures are not in one bottom trusted. Bottom means ship. Ventures is business. I thank my good fortune because my business is not dependent on one ship, nor to one place, nor on any single destination, nor is my whole estate upon the fortune of this present year. Estate means the financial position. Nor does my financial position depend on the commercial enterprises of this current year. Therefore, my merchandise makes me not sad, and therefore, it is not that I am sad because of the loaded ships. Why? Then you are in love. Salarino jokes here, saying then definitely you are in love. Antonio replies, Five means nonsense. What nonsense are you talking about? Salarino, not in love neither? That means you are neither in love also? Then let us say you are sad because you are not merry. Then we may say that you are sad because you are not happy. And 'twere as easy for you to laugh and leap and say you are merry because you are not sad. It would be easy for you to laugh and jump about and say that you are happy because you are not sad. Now, by two-headed Janus, nature hath framed strange fellows in her time. Now, Janus is the two-headed Roman god. Now, by Janus, the two-headed Roman god, I say that nature has created some strange men. Now, by two-headed Janus, nature hath framed strange fellows in her time. That means nature has created some strange men. What type of strange men? Some that will evermore peep through their eyes and laugh like parrots at a bagpiper. Some of these strange men look out through their eyes half closed with laughter, and they laugh foolishly like parrots if they hear the sound of a bagpipe, and other of such vinegar aspect that they will not show their teeth in way of smile, though nesters swear the jest be laughable. And the other type of strange men are with such gloomy faces that they won't smile at anything, even if the serious nester swears, saying that the joke is most amusing. Now, Nestor is an old and wise Greek general who fought in the Trojan War. And if a joke had to be extremely funny, if Nestor laughed at it, that means he was very famous for his seriousness. A joke was considered to be actually funny if Nestor laughed listening to the joke. That's what Salarino is saying, that the other set of people are having such gloomy faces that they don't smile at anything. Even if the serious Nestor swears, saying that the joke is most amusing, but these type of people won't smile at those funny jokes also. And we see that Bassanio, Lorenzo and Graciano enters the scene. I hope the video will be helpful for you children. Please do like, share and subscribe my channel and keep on looking it for more videos. Thank you. God bless you.